I mean, I guess the one thing I can say though is, we were talking about this, we were smoking earlier, is that like, people like Diddy and Kanye, for example, Kanye's next album is supposed to be called Cuck. He even tweeted, "I'm a Caucasian." That they're
and
putting.
You're proud of that.
He's proud of that. That they're putting, and I'd heard the Cuckold stories about Kanye even before he said this, because he was trying to hire like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, there was this girl. Me and Adam talked about this. This pretty blonde porn chick, and Kanye, I guess, reached out to her to get a guy to do, to basically sleep with Bianca. And he was like, "Yo, I wanted the biggest dude you could get. I want a dude that's bigger than Dread." Dread is like this popular, black porn star. And she's like, "I don't know anyone bigger than Dread. Like, this is the biggest dude I know." But no,
what
I
do
want
you mean,
bigger.
big body wise?
No.
Cock wise.
Big penis wise. He was trying to get like the biggest penis he could possibly.
What's wrong with these sick? Wow.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot to get your head around. It's a lot.
What?
It's a lot. I don't know, man. I don't know. But when you look at, it's interesting because, me and Roger Bonds were talking about this yesterday. When you look at the trial, there's some interesting stuff going on. I remember there was this one of the witnesses said, might have been his assistant, Sarah, has said like they were hanging out with Lauren London this one day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think it was Capricorn. Yeah, it was Capricorn, his main assistant, and Lauren London were hanging out. And he was like, "Yo, watch this. Cassie, come here. Walk in, sit down, stand up, turn around, go get me some coffee, bring it back, lift one leg, bark like a dog." Like, giving her commands like she's a robot. He's like, "Yeah, see, this is why y'all bitches ain't got a man like me, because y'all ain't willing to do this type of shit."
You ain't willing to be put in deep check. That used to be the term.
Deep check?
Yeah, you don't remember that back in the day?
I heard it. I remember it. I haven't heard it in a while, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
because
dudes don't have their girl in check no more.
Well, but and this is what Diddy was doing with Cassie reminds me of what, like, for example, Kanye is doing with Bianca. Walk out with your titties out. Walk out with your ass out. Don't wear nothing. Be naked around my kids. Like, just a bunch of shit that
See,
she's probably
exploiting the deep check. See, back in the days, deep check was like, you stand there, you don't move, don't say nothing. I'll be right back. And the girl would just stay there, not talk to nobody. And he's like, damn, he got her in deep check. She wasn't fucking with, you know what I mean? But it's not like he would exploit that. Now go suck his dick and all this type of dumb shit that these guys, once they get the power, see, power has to be in the hands of the right individual or else it's going to be corrupt. You know what I mean? It's going to get corrupted. If you're somebody who's insecure inside and all of that and you get a certain kind of power, it's going to make you do corrupt shit. See, these was men of, back in the 70s and all that type of shit. These were men of a certain constitution that you don't find anymore. And then with the women's revolution and all that deep check shit went out the door. Because I'm not listening to you. I'm not going to tell me what to do and all that fucking shit. Which leads us to, where we're at with a lot of shit as far as relationships are concerned. But back in the days, certain women would listen to their man to the T, even if it made them look, if it made them look weak or something. I don't know.
This is what I realized about relationships and women. And people will get mad at me when I say this. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Women, a lot of women these days, a lot of women I've dealt with over the years, they like to not feel like they're doing things in traditional roles because they want to feel like they're equal to you. They don't want to do certain activities that are traditionally female because they feel like they don't really have to and they should be treated as an equal on all levels. And that's fine. There's lots of relationships that could work that way and so forth. But what I've realized over the years is that the women who say, you know something, I want to be a woman. I want to do certain traditional things for this man. I want to take care of him. I want to cook for him. I want to clean for him. I want to make sure, I want to take care of him sexually. I want to have babies. I want to, I don't want to work. I'd rather be at home, taking care of the house and so forth. That I've realized that those type of women, you actually end up appreciating more, and you do more things for those women that don't demand a bunch of things. There's a bunch of the women that are constantly demanding things. It just gets tiresome after a while. When you don't ask for things and you just prove your worth through your actions, most men and humans in general are more appreciative, because I feel like people in general reciprocate.
Yeah, absolutely.
They reciprocate. It's just instinctual. If someone does something for you, yeah, there's messed up people out there, but most people will say, something, I got to do something to return this favor at some point. I'm going to keep that in the back of my head. And you get this type of beef with women sometimes, and you're just like, I don't know why I'm going through this with this person. If they take a more traditional role, I'll actually appreciate it more and give this person more of what they really want. But
listen, we in a society where everybody feels entitled to a lot of shit.
To everything.
And, especially these broads out here. I see these videos and I'm like, is this real? Like, these girls really like, well, you took me on a date. How come you not gonna get my nails done? I just met you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, but they be dead ass serious, like, talking this shit. I'm like, yo, I'm glad I don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't have to deal with this type of environment, like, because, girls was on some shit back in the day. You know what I mean? When we was running around, but not like today. These dudes got some shit. Like, these girls expect you to cash app them just to say hi and all kind of crazy shit.
Well, I think it's because of exposure. If you're on Instagram and you see a girl that looks pretty much like you and she's on a private jet, and you're like, well, shit, I need to get with a dude that can put me on a private jet. How many humans, I've never flown private.
Me neither.
And I really got money, but I've never flown private. It's too expensive. But yet I'm going through my timeline, or I go through my search, and I'll find 20, 30 women that are on private jets. Now, granted, these days, private jet companies will actually rent out private jets that are not moving to social influencers.
Right.
Like, let's say $200 an hour, you can go in and take a bunch of pictures in a private jet to pretend like you're actually flying. The jet's on the floor, not moving, but it looks a certain type of way. I get that. But I think legitimately, some of these girls really are on private jets and have dudes that you never see.
Right.
This is why you tag the sponsors all over the comments and whatever else. The dudes don't want to be involved in this picture for whatever reason. And the girls that are looking at this aren't thinking, okay, what cost is this coming at? What are these women doing to afford to be able to live this type of thing? Because unless you're prepared to do that, just go find that guy at your job.
Unless you're ready to do all that Cassie shit.
All that Cassie shit.
Transport fucking yam sauce from one room to another on your stomach, balancing that shit out. Fucking having dudes pissing in your mouth and all kind of crazy shit.
And I remember I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was saying something interesting. She was saying how, it's interesting how, with this trial, you now see these so-called pretty innocent girls are really getting slutted out, behind the scenes, where you just assume that that's just not what. That's only the really nasty,
the pretty innocent,
the strippers and the porn stars and the chicks at the club with their ass out. Those are the ones that are really doing all this. Nah, the innocent ones are actually doing all this as well.
Or even the so-called ones that grew up in good households.
Right.
It's not always.
Cassie grew up in a good household.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
Enough to where her moms had 20 G's to fucking pay when Diddy got mad and fucking.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
You don't believe that story? They say it was true. I mean,
you know, she said it was true, and I think there's a little bit of sauce on it because what does 20 G's do for Diddy?
it's just the principle.
I understand it's the principle, but what does 20 G's do for Diddy? And in fact,
it's not about what it does. It inconveniences. It's not what it does for him. It inconveniences her. It lets his mother and all of them know that he's not nothing to fucking play with. That your daughter fucking better watch her fucking step. I'm telling you, like, I believe that shit. I think he did it. But and then they said he gave the money back afterwards.
Oh, he gave the money back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He didn't keep it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that is believable. Okay,
Yeah.
right. If they put that in,
but he made her go through the hoops of sending him the money. He held on to it for a couple weeks and then sent it back.
Yeah, I think they had to take a second mortgage on their home or something like that. But
you
then,
see,
right? But here's
so
the thing. I also heard that Diddy was giving Cassie's parents a bunch of money as well.
Probably.
So if you're giving them hundreds of thousands and you ask for 20,000 back, why are you getting a second mortgage on your house?
Because maybe they didn't have it at that moment.
Yeah,
people spend money like water.
Yeah, I got you.
So
you know, by the way, that Diddy made Cassie call him Papa, and at one point I remember Roger Bonds saying how like he heard an argument where Diddy called Cassie's father, said, "Yeah, I'm her daddy now."
I heard something about that too.
Yeah. I know someone that saw it.
That's great.
What type of weird shit? The whole thing, I've never liked women calling me daddy. Never liked it.
It's weird.
It's an incest type of vibe. I'm not trying to have sex with my daughter. Like, I don't know why you're calling me that. Like, this is gross. Like, stop it. I've literally told women, decide like, oh, you're the only person I've ever heard say that. Like, okay, you mess with some weird dudes. But please stop. Literally, every woman I've ever been with, you could ask. I've never liked the whole daddy thing.
I mean, if you think about it, and then on the flip side of that, a lot of motherfuckers, it's been normalized to call each other baby, right?
I call women baby.
Right. And they'll call you a baby too. Hey, baby.
Yeah,
hey,
babe. Call me. I don't mind that.
But so if you think about it, you're now like verbally
I see.
turning each other into children.
All right, I never thought of that before, but
I know there's a lot of shit that we don't think about that we do in normal day, every day. That's what I'm saying with the fucking shit with Diddy where he's fucking jerking off. But it's the same as watching porn. Like you're watching two people and you're jerking off to it. And instead of having a mask, you're behind a TV or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, but he's
TV
just
can't
doing
squirt
it.
on you, man.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I got to bring that up. The TV can't squirt on you.
This is true.
All right?
Not yet.
The day the TV
Not
squirts
yet.
on you, I'm going to be like, you got a point, Jamar. On that day, we can have this conversation again. Until the TV squirts on you, until you can rub something off the TV on your nipples, you know what I mean? It's still different. It's still different.